Coming up next.
Hey, what are you doing? Oh, that nigga is down.
The Weekly Show starts now. Sexual harassment can come from a wide variety of circumstances. Unwanted jokes, gestures, comments that you might think are appropriate but are not. As television journalists, TV personalities, you must remember that you are in a position of authority. For example, Nikki, an on-camera personality, cannot go up to an intern and say, "Nice onion booty."
I can and I will.
No.
As a Christian, it's my duty to tell the truth.
Excuse me, forgive me for interrupting, but I'm Dr. Carlton Irvin. I am a medical doctor. What if medically she does have an onion booty and that would be a diagnosis?
But isn't it inappropriate to actually say that?
That's like me saying, I think you have cancer and not tell them I could kill them.
But what about my religious freedoms, Gail?
What if she feels uncomfortable?
I'm supposed to be concerned about how somebody else feel? That makes no sense. I'm an on-air personality.
I have an athletic background, and I like to pop someone right there on the bum. And if Pinky should slip in accidentally, that's not really
That's a fair
harassment.
question.
It is,
I mean, that's a
isn't
fair
it?
question.
Can I harass up like the chain? Like, can I say to Gail, hey, this would never happen. Hey, Gail, you have beautiful breasts. This would never happen. But if I did, she can't sue me because she's my boss, right?
Well, now that doesn't make any sense. If you're just allowed to harass up, there's no one above me.
I take exception to that. I am an anchor with you. I may not have the Emmys.
Yeah, but you a lady anchor.
All right, I'm sorry to interrupt. Guys, we have to cover all this new stuff.
Okay,
all right?
you're right.
He can go, right?
Yeah.
But actually, before you go, can you stay in here while we do this part of the meeting? Just in case we sexually harass each other.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
Yeah. Everyone, if you don't know, Dr. Carlton Irving is going on location to Baltimore for the post-riot coverage.
So, girl, maybe I can go do a little weather out there, or
No.
some sports or something out
No,
there.
Mike, no.
Right?
This is a news story.
You sure
so-
that I can?
Yeah,
Nice talk.
but no.
Okay. Right.
Either way, it brings up an important point. What are we doing to help the community? We're presenting problems to the community, okay? But we're not offering anything to solve that. And like my grandmama used to say, if you don't get up off your rusty butt and do something about a problem, then you can't complain about
So is
it.
this another cooking segment?
No, it would be me helping solve problems, like, Belize's Corner or Belize's Solutions.
So that's good, but
so on the nose.
it ain't got no edge, What about like something that sounds like, we black, so let's funk it up. You know what I'm saying? Like, what about black illusions?
Oh,
Yeah,
it
I like
tells
that.
people what you're talking
Yeah, exactly.
I
'cause it's
like
got the-
that. Black solutions.
Oh, black solutions.
Man,
Yeah.
you girl.
That just sounds.
It's got to be something that tells people who we are and
You're right.
what we're doing.
You're right. I got
What
it.
about black social pathology changes?
Oh, I like that.
Yeah.
And or fixins.
Because it's southern, it's country.
Well,
and
then-
it's a lot of country-ass black people watching
Well, but
this
see,
show.
but those...
From Studio City, it's The Weekly Show. With your hosts, Valise Mitchell and Brett Williams.
Good evening. I'm Valise Mitchell.
And I am usually announced first. I'm Brett Williams. But hey, that's okay. It's okay. We're just having fun. And with us, as always, entertainment correspondent Nikki Gordy.
I'm just glad you remember my name, man.
Now, normally, Dr. Carlton Irving would be with us here in the studio, but tonight he is on special assignment, coming to us live via satellite from Baltimore, Maryland. Dr. Carlton Irving is there for our special Baltimore. Where are they now?
Baltimore, where are they now?
I am live in Baltimore, Brett, thank you. And Baltimore was aptly named. Baltimore pain, more disgrace, more disease. This riot has left a stain upon the shirt of Baltimore that I'm afraid bleach could not bleach out. By that, Brett, I'm...
Woo! Hey, how y'all doing? Michael Tate here in Baltimore.
Well, I have been unexpectedly joined by my colleague, Michael Tate.
Well, Y'all didn't know this, but Baltimore is big. I almost couldn't find you. But I did it.
Yes, he certainly did.
It is now time for us to move on to our weekly show, Cosby Watch. In the last few months, Dr. Cosby has had many allegations of improper behavior.
Many.
Now, Bill Cosby is not to blame for this. Doctors of medicine, we have found that riboflavins, if you know what that is, combined with gelatin, combined with chocolate, consumed by African Americans, has an effect on their system which makes them date rape. He is not to blame, but chocolate pudding and those flavor combinations combined with his black DNA is to blame. But Bill Cosby should be found blameless.
Ladies and gentlemen, I don't know that this is actual medical fact.
Full disclosure here. Just to be fair and honest as a journalist, many years ago, I actually did an interview with Dr. Cosby. Oh. Gail, do we have that clip?
We do. I mean, we've had it for some time, Felice. I just...
Yeah, we're gonna roll a clip. It's rather explosive.
Are you sure you want...
I'm making an executive decision. I want it out of the vault. Then
I don't
let's
think
roll
she's
it.
technically an executive.
All right. Do you have that? Yeah, just load it and let's show it.
It's not
I'm
technically
scared.
Oh, Mr. Cosby, I am such a huge fan. I would have done anything to be on The Cosby Show back in the 80s. And thank you. I wanted to ask you, your motivation for A Different World came out of you going to Temple, right? Because I think that motivated so many young people to go to college. And I know you've had a lot of successes. Fat Albert, The Cosby Mysteries.
Right.
But when you were on I Spy, did you actually learn to play tennis?
Okay, so.
I'm sorry. So you did, because you had the shorts, and you and Robert Culp were like kicking it on the tennis courts. Yeah. And you integrated Primetime and Robert Culp and but then Ghost Dad. Next thing I know, I was in a cab.
Wow. That's.
Excuse me, Brett. We just got a very important phone call that I think you should take.
Oh,
sorry.
It's probably network.
I know we usually don't have them, but I'm just going to patch it in, okay?
Well,
Okay,
yeah,
I'll take the heat for this, guys.
Do we have the call?
Caller, are you there? This is The Weekly Show, and I'm Brett Williams.
You see, I don't think you know what you're doing.
Dr. Cosby.
I was watching the television, and there you go again, talking about things that you don't really know what you're talking about. You think you're good, but you're not.
It doesn't take much for you to forgive.
Dr. Cosby.
Your tickets will be redeemable. I'll be coming to town near you, and then I'll make your face go zips.
Doctor.
It's funny. Oh, the man still got it.
Gail, I had a question I needed to ask you.
We just lost the call. I think I might have
Next time,
just hung
lose it
up on
later. Coming up, summer movie previews. More from Baltimore and a surprise musical guest.
Ooh.
We'll be right back.
You gotta go through this too.
Ooh, Gail, perfect timing. Just get in there. My neck is killing me. Could you just give me a little massage?
Really, Nikki? After that seminar and everything? Really? Like I'm a geisha girl, I'm gonna walk on your back or something. Oh.
Yeah, but we can do that later in the dressing room.
You know what? That's it. Just because I'm Asian doesn't mean that I give massages, all right?
Yeah,
even if I
it
give
does.
good ones, you shouldn't assume I do, all right?
Actually, it does.
No.
Don't deny your culture, Gail. All right?
I'm part
I'm more
Bantu.
Asian than you.
This is the year 2015 of controversial graduations. Now, recently we had a slew of commencement speeches that made a lot of tassels flip. Now, one speech that caused a stir on the right was one by the First Lady herself, Michelle Obama.
You see, graduates, I didn't start out as the fully formed First Lady who stands before you today. No, I had my share of bumps Cable news charmingly referred to me as Obama's baby mama. It was a cartoon drawing of me with a huge afro and a machine gun. Was I too loud or too angry or too emasculating?
She could have pulled it back a little bit.
What? Why would
Don't you
she
think?
pull back at Tuskegee? Why? She's in the place where she needs to be. That was like a black Gettysburg Address.
Tuskegee is the place where they gave like black men like, sickle cell or something. They gave them something and just got away with it.
Yeah, but that wasn't on tape. This was. Now, there was another speech in Georgia that motivated certain students to get their bright futures a little ahead of schedule.
Look who's leaving all the black people. Look who's leaving all the black people. Look who's leaving all the black people. Look who's leaving all the black people.
Principal at this school was fired, as it turns out, for what basically boils down to, I guess you would call it a color commentary.
Well, I have to say, man, was she lying? All the black people probably was leaving early. They probably got there late, then leave early because they want to leave before all the parking. They got to pick up their kids and stuff. People be busy, but that's rude to leave early.
Yeah, well, it's you leave without a diploma. That doesn't make any sense.
I think it was a fake school. It was a charter school. It wasn't a real school.
Well, the story about Michelle Obama and the principal in Georgia were noted by other news organizations. I think we are the only network covering this next graduation controversy.
Okay.
My God, it's like the Zapruder film.
Well, at least she got a first down.
The Weekly Show will see you on the other side of this.
Coming up, summer movie preview, Andrea Michelle.
And we're clear.
Better retweet my picture I tweeted.
Is he allowed to do that on set?
What? Do what? Tweet?
Yes, it sounds dirty when he says it.
Everyone tweets, man. It's what you gotta tweet if you're gonna be up with what the kids are doing.
Today, I decided to do something new. And a lot of times in our community, we complain and we argue. But I decided it's time to come up with solutions to the community's problems.
Well.
And I'd like to welcome you all to our new segment, Solutions. The black community sees the police as an occupying force. So we'd like to welcome Sergeant Bobby Short of the Los Angeles Rampart Division. A phenomenon has been pointed out that in actuality, a lot of times the black officers are more likely to use force against a black suspect than the white officer.
We don't see color.
Can I just ask you something? Because you described yourself as a black police officer, which to me is oxymoron. Because the police, either you a police officer or you black. You can't be both.
What are you talking about?
That's like saying you ain't black, you blue, man.
What are you talking about?
I'm talking about you.
But Nikki in his own way.
I have a little bit of cocaine just right below the dashboard, and all of a sudden, y'all play games, man. No, we brothers, all right? I just want you to come home. Come home, come back to us. Come back to us.
Sergeant, it's been postulated that following a controversial incident, for example, the Eric Garner incident, the police intentionally slowed down their patrols to prove that they're needed out on the streets.
Absolutely not. Not with me, not with any of my brothers. And by brothers, I mean my fellow law enforcement personnel.
We know you don't mean us.
There is nothing that any officer can do that is right with you.
Yes, there is.
If we're too soft on crime, you have a problem with that. If we do our
say they're
jobs,
homosexual.
you have a problem with that.
You say they're too aggressive.
What is it that you people want?
Just
What do you
loosen the
expect?
cuffs sometimes, man. Y'all
Loosen the cuffs?
tighten them on there hard. We like, man, it's like that's
You
a
have
message.
the wrists of a child. There's no way you've ever had tight cuffs.
Sir, if I Michael Tay here. Woo! I'd like to ask a question. Have you ever thought about bringing your mother to work day?
I'm not gonna have anyone that I love other than my partner in my vehicle with me.
Is it true that you have to make love to each other when you join the police force to strengthen your bond?
No, sir. No, there's no love making to strengthen the bond between officers. I'm sorry, that's a ludicrous question. That's ridiculous.
When would they have time?
No, it's just that I had read a book called Hop on Cop, which was about policemen making love to other policemen. Is that not true? And
Okay,
forgive me
so
if
we've
this is...
stirred up a lot of problems. And I think it's time we start pitching solutions.
Don't put body cameras on the police, put body cameras on the criminals. They're the ones who need the protection. They out there risking their lives every day committing crimes. At any moment, they could be just shot down by
Are you
some
serious?
crazy
Who's going to
criminals.
pay for criminal cameras?
The
I mean,
criminals, they
that's
can steal them, man. You're making it too hard. All right? Look, you love crime, admit it. Because if there was
Why
no
would I love crime?
Because without crime, you don't got a job. Boom.
I am suggesting to black people not to wear body cameras yourself for when cops come, but to wear a body mirror. So when the cops come, ain't no cop gonna attack himself.
When was the last time you actually saw a police officer?
Who killed Tupac?
But what about the real issues here? The issues of people, black people, taking responsibility for their actions.
Acting ignorant.
Thank you.
But some people are always going to be ignorant. I mean, people are going to always be ignorant.
We all got cousins from the South.
Now, the point is, this man is trained. You know, he's got reflexes like a steel trap. If some crazy guy drunk on PCP gets up in his face, you know,
Which happened recently,
right? Exactly.
by the way.
You know, some guy's like, "Hey, what are you doing?"
I'm very sorry. Oh, that nigga is down. Okay, y'all, don't forget you're watching The Weekly Show with your boy, Nicky Gordy. Hey, man.
Okay. Slowly.
We cool, that's just my own air persona. I don't like
Slowly,
niggas.
sir. Is he looking
Don't hold the throw. This is my good
Okay,
suit.
easy.
You gonna throw up?
No, we
If
did
you gonna
it.
throw
We
up,
did
do
it
off
already.
camera.
No, we did it already. All right, thank you.
If I were white, you would have done the same thing, right?
Of course.
We have a very lovely, lovely person here today, the star of Will to Love. Let's take a look.
I mean, I get it. You're nervous. I would be too. You got the pressure of a reality show, running your own company, stressed.
Yes.
Yeah, I think I know just what you need to get rid of some of that stress.
From Basketball Wives, please welcome Miss Drea Michelle. Thank you so much for being here.
No problem. Thanks for having me.
So what is the movie about?
It is a romantic comedy, I think, you call it. And it's about a guy who's trying to figure out his life and trying to find love and trying to find real love. And he finds me.
May I ask Drea a question real quick? If they had a show called Talk Show Wives, would you want to audition for that?
Yep.
Oh, okay. Well, talk to me after this.
He's fun. He's our comic relief.
I want to pitch you some ideas I'm working on.
Oh, okay.
Speaking of ideas you're working on, tell us about this fashion line you have.
Oh,
I have a swimsuit company, and it's called Mint Swim. It's fun for everybody in a swimsuit.
But some people don't need to put on a swimsuit, right? Let's just be real.
I think everybody needs to swim.
Just because you can do something don't mean you should do it. That's my grandmama talking.
What is your advice? Because you're out there dealing with the critics and the naysayers and the haters. How do you deal with people coming at you on Twitter? What's your response?
Some of the stuff that they're saying is not true, so don't bother me. Like, I'll let it slide, you know, no big deal. And then sometimes it touches me a little bit, and then I get real, like, streets. I'm like, oh, you know what? Forget all this. I'll go to jail today.
Yeah, I get it, because I got a lot of haters, too, you know, because I'm multi-talented, got a lot of gifts like you.
Haters, Nikki. That's not. What's the worst job you ever had?
That is a great question. I worked for a restoration company for like floods and fires. And also people who have died in their homes, who have got murdered in their homes, who have died themselves from natural causes and not been found for 2 months in their homes.
I just feel like any job where you have to help people is a terrible job to have.
right? Drea. Look, for our viewers out there who may not be as up on it as we are, could you define on fleek?
On fleek means on point.
Yes.
Really perfect.
That's exactly what I would have said.
In your language, Brett, that would be, you know, neato.
Right. Or peachy keen.
Yeah, exactly. That's what
Yeah.
Brett would say.
I would say on fleek. That's what I
You
would say.
seem like you would say like splendid or.
Oh my God, that's a great impression of Brett. Isn't that a great impression? You nailed him.
Drea Michelle, thank you so much.
Actually,
What's
Oh, wait,
Gail?
Gail.
This is our intrepid producer, Gail.
Hi, I'm so
Gail,
sorry.
what do you need, Gail?
Well, I would just love to get a picture with Drea. Maybe all of us could get
Gail,
a
what the hell are you doing? This is so unprofessional. How are we going to get guests?
It's fun. It's fun.
I'm so
Come on,
sorry,
everyone.
Drea. I'm so
Here
sorry.
we go.
I like it.
Shoot, ready?
I don't mind.
Ready? Lincoln, I've got this figured out. Ready?
I can't see myself.
Ready? One, two.
You're pushing me out of the
Sorry. Wait, here we go. 1, 2, 3. Oh, I'm getting it. There.
Ooh, who's that?
That's great. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Awful, Gail. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for Drea Michelle, the star of World to Love. Drea, thank you so much.
Thank you, Drea.
And we'll be back after this.
That was kind of a mess, that ending, Brett, just so you know. Listen, I'm
No,
going
that's Gail. Gail embarrassing us like that. Are you okay? We can have that deleted later.
What part?
The
picture. I think it's great.
I think it was okay.
Thank you.
You looked great in it.
Can I talk some business real quick? Listen, I'm doing my one-man show, Nikki Gordy's Roots, and I would love for you to be my special guest. It's a 3-drink minimum, $40 at the door. But it's
How is that a guest?
3-drink minimum and $40 at the door.
Yeah, that's
It's in La Habra. If you need a ride, I got somebody.
Wait,
who
you
can,
charged me $50.
That's just because I was trying to discourage you from coming. But you guys are coming, right? They'll be there. The whole team will be there.
I'm doing something.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're coming. She likes to set me up so that I'd be surprised because they know they're gonna get a shout out.
Well, you'll be very surprised if you see me.
Okay. Brett. All right. Yeah. Anyway, but yeah, if you need a ride, I can.
Seems fun.
Yeah. Okay. Great.
Just email me or something.
Oh, good. You know what? I'll just call you. What's your phone?
No, email.
Yeah.
Okay. What's your email address?
She's busy, I'm sure,
Let me just get that. Let me get that. Okay.
Nikki.
Hold on, I'm just getting an email address.
No.
I am so sorry. Normally, this show is so much more professional. It's like
that's
everyone has
not
lost
true.
their mind today.
You know what? Brett's been putting on airs all day because you're here.
Putting on airs.
Yeah, you've been.
What did you open a book today?
Well, actually,
You guys.
I've been trying to.
Let's not let this
You're right.
tight dress work you guys up.
Thank
You're
you.
right.
Thank
You know what?
You notice it's only them.
It's like, whoa.
I mean, that is a heck of a dress.
Here's the
Thank
thing.
you.
Great
When
dress.
we get together, meaning we like our people, it's always got to be some
Sorry,
competition.
guys, it's time to go. Okay.
Thank you.
Peace.
All right, should I walk with you guys?
No, she needs to walk with. Oh, okay.
No.
Okay.
Adios.
Should I follow you?
Bye.
I got a
Thank you
flyer
so
for my
much.
show. I'd love to hand to you. Dang, man.
No, it's sexual harassment. We air that.
I
you
can't
get
sexually
sued.
harass her. She's a bigger star than me. You can't harass up.
Welcome back to the weekly show. Ladies and gentlemen, Kanye West.
All day, how long you niggas bop? All day, how much time you spent at the mall? Top, side. Let me run till you off my case.
Kanye West, everybody. Kanye.
Talented.
Kanye. Foreign guy. That's great. All right. Now, why don't we check in with Dr. Calton and Michael Tate there in the beautiful city by the thing. Baltimore. Where are you guys now?
We are near what I call GZOWTRHMMA, ground zero of where the riots were many months ago.
And I would just say is where black people got upset.
That is Shadoe.
All right. You hang tight there in Crabtown. We turn now to happenings in entertainment. Nikki, what's up?
You know, it's time for Nikki's summer movie preview. I tell you all the movies that you don't need to waste your time or your money watching, because it's crap.
That sounds negative.
First up is, the first movie is Fantastic Four. I have a problem with this movie, y'all.
Me too.
Here's my problem. Casting. Oh, okay. A black dude that's gonna set himself on fire. What they gonna have next? Lynch man, the black dude to just lynch himself? No, I'm not having it. I'm not seeing that.
I'm not normally this guy, but I gotta be honest. Here's what I think happened. White executives sitting in boardroom. How can we set a black man on fire and nobody complain? Bam, Michael B. Jordan, he's always on fire. Black folks love to be on fire. I think it's a dangerous thing that we do.
Hot. Moving on. Magic Mike XXL. Let's take a look at that.
Don't mind me saying that's a beautiful white man right there.
Oh, that looks really entertaining. Great plot, great story. I'm gonna probably have to see it a few times.
I don't know who this movie is for. Well, Gail says she likes it.
I think it sets an unrealistic expectation. It's, quite frankly, sexist.
I'm not threatened because I know what my body looks like.
I didn't notice so much his beauty. I did notice his movements. I think it's kind of like one of them cobra snakes where they lure people in, luring them in. I did get a bit lured in, but I didn't make my way up to his face to see his beauty.
Yeah, my cobra snake did a little thing, too.
Okay, that's it. That's embarrassing.
Next up, we got Straight Outta Compton.
I'm gonna see that.
Finally, y'all,
I'm going to see that.
Get with me, son.
I'm going to see
Get
that.
with us.
I wish they would try to stop me from seeing that. I wish they would.
Yeah,
I wish they would.
Let's ride. Yeah, let's get hot. Let's get hot. Woo!
How about a nice uplifting movie?
It is uplifting. Did you hear what they were saying about the police? See this movie. See this movie, live this movie.
I don't think so.
For real. I mean, I feel like this movie was telling my story had I grown up in the hood.
Now, let me end tonight's show with my final thought of the week. It is always easier to motivate people with fear than it is to motivate people with hope. So I say, boo! Tweet us your thoughts on that at hashtag Final Thought of the Week with Brett Williams of The Weekly Show. That's hashtag Final Thought of the Week with Brett Williams of The Weekly Show. All right, that's what happened this week. On behalf of Valise, Nikki, Dr. Calton, and Michael there in Baltimore, we'd like to thank you all for watching. We'll be back again in 7. Stay tuned for what's coming up next.
Konnichiwa, Mr. West. Are you ready for me?
Hey, man, you need to work on that hashtag. It's long.
No, that's too long, Brett. There's no way you can hashtag that long.
Oh,
that thing is almost as long as...
I didn't want, people to get confused about what it was about.
Man, your hashtag is nearly as long as my dick, man. It's exhausting.
Okay, now that's sexual harassment.